Yeah, this is different from anything. I mean, it's not. We're not. I don't want to sit and compare this year to last year all year, but it's just keeping things fresh. It's a new approach. Anytime you transitioning head coaches and things like that, it's going to bring something new to the table. This is one little thing that they got, and it keeps things light. So, um, just you want to have good energy when you're trying to get this work in. It could be a long, grueling season, and there's certain things throughout that you can do to keep the move light.
How's it going to help? I mean, obviously Danny and Kawhi are going to help on the court, off the court. How is it going to help to have guys that have won NBA championships?
Yeah, it's big. I mean, that's what you want. You want champions in your organization. We have championship character guys already, and we have guys who've actually won championships. So it's a good group, and those guys can help mentor and lead and give advice and have little things here and there that may make marginal differences, but come playoff time, that's all it is marginal differences between advancing, and that's what you look for.
Would you sort of make the opportunity to talk to Danny and pick his brain about guys like that?
Yeah, we've been talking to Danny since mid-July when we've been doing the LA trip. So all those he was around a lot of time. We just actually as a fan of the game, you just want to learn what those years were like, what those finals were like, what's the team like, what San Antonio was like, and you want to ask and learn. And we got a good feel on what Kawhi was going to be like from Danny before he got here. And those two guys have been great, alongside Greg. And I've picked Greg's brain just as much, about teams that he's been on. And just want to get as much information as you can so that, you can stay dangerous.
The Spurs are fairly iconic, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the top organizations in the league in terms of championships. And so you want to learn that, you want to study that, you want to study history and see where you could take little things that they did and see where they went wrong. And that's a lot of what we talked about was the times they didn't win and things like that. And so, we want to take as much knowledge as those guys have and add it to what we have. And it could be a special year for us.
I don't think Greg mentioned him was sort of the player we were expecting to fill Yak and Lucas's role. He's a totally different type of player.
Yeah.
Playing with him, what do you think makes him a good potential fit with that second unit?
I mean, honestly, he does the same thing those guys do, obviously in a different way. Like, Jakob was more running and agile and playing, defense at the rim. And Greg can take charge, he can block shots, he can roll, he can pass. So the good thing about our group is that, you can plug just about anybody in and we'll mold it and play to their strengths and then pull them along to what we do as well. So if you look around the league, I think Jakob, to me, was one of the best backups in the league last year at the center position. And then as you start to make that list, Greg is right there with him. So when you talk about, second unit fives and guys that are coming off the bench, Jakob's my guy, obviously, but Greg is right there in that group as well.
Is Greg's passing underrated?
No, I hear about it all the time, about how great, he can play out of the post, he can play out of the elbow. We had a play earlier this month and caught me off guard. I haven't been caught off guard by a pass probably since I was like 11 years old. So that was good. It was refreshing. He threw me a pass that I wasn't ready for, and that just speaks to his level of IQ.
What type of play was that?
It was like a back door that I ran, and he threw it, and I wasn't even open. But by the time the ball was delivered, I was open, and I caught it and lost it out of bounds or something. So I owe him one for that.
Did it take him long to get acclimated to that group? Like you said, I mean, you can fit anybody in, but it still takes some time.
Not really, man. I can't speak to it. I've only been in the league 3 years, but just about anybody that we've had, when they come here, it's almost as if they've been here the whole time, right? You meet them, so the first couple of days are weird, and then, we play a couple times, and then by week 2, it's like, all right, I've been knowing this guy just 3 years since I've been here. So that's what it feels like to me, him and Danny especially, spending that time in the summer. Those moments and that work that you put in together, it goes a long way.
Fred, when you talk about that experience, that strength that Danny brings, how much does that add to even just the experience that you guys gained from the playoff system, not having a rookie on this team, but just guys kind of hitting the ground running?
Yeah, it's big. I mean, we're going from being one of the younger teams in terms of experience to now we're getting some years under our belt. And like I said, the young guys that, me, myself, Pascal, Delon, and Norman, those guys, the younger guys, OG, you can take the lessons that Danny, Kawhi, Kyle, Greg have learned, Serge, and just absorb their knowledge. And you don't. I mean, you have to go through it. Obviously, you have to be, battle tested, but you can learn from them just telling you. You know what I mean? If they tell you a certain thing that worked for them or that didn't work for them, you may want to stay away from that. And there's certain things that you could just learn from being next to those guys, and maybe it's a workout or a routine or a sleep pattern or scouting or what to eat. Little things like that can be marginal, that can make a big difference. I'm just a champ for the day. I don't really know what I wanted for. I did a lot of good things today, so I think they said deflections, but I had a couple wins, 5-on-5. I had a pretty good day today. So.
Who got it day one?
I don't know who got it yesterday. It's 2-on-2 champs was yesterday. So it was Chris and Kay Felder, I think. Yeah. But you're only as good as your last day. So those guys are forgotten about already. It's a new champ.